Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jay, and today I'm doing my review of Star Wars Tales of the Jedi. This was a 6 episode mini series. The episodes were not very long, but this was really good. This is by including Lucasfilm Studios and Dave Filoni. This was really good. I loved it. It was very good stories, not real long episodes, but they focus on two Jedi. They focus on Ahsoka Tano and Count Dooku. And this was really, really good. We could see how Dooku fell to the dark side, and we also see Ahsoka Tano being born and her training as a Jedi. So I'm gonna go through all the episodes. It's only 6 episodes. You can check it out on Disney Plus. So episode 1, we feature baby Ahsoka getting born. We see Ahsoka getting born. She's with her family in this tribe. Then 1 year later, her mom went hunting with Ahsoka. She's a little pouch and went hunting for get food. So eventually she got ambushed by Ahsoka's mom got ambushed by a saber-tooth like beast. I don't know what it's called. It's really big, and she tried to fight it off and then told the village her fighting and stuff. They go rally and they help out. However, baby Ahsoka was taken by the saber-tooth beast, and she is ran off. The beast takes her away, and this is basically like 1 year later. So the beast puts her but down and stuff. She's like standing up. Beast is like trying to intimidate her. She reaches up and touches his nose, basically a sign of the force of beast control. Just a few next scene we have it's the village where we're gonna gather everybody to go look. We're not gonna stop until they find her, but the beast comes back. The saber-tooth beast comes back to the village, and little baby Ahsoka is on the back. Comes back, and the mom gets her and stuff, and the beast runs away, and the elder villager that's been there long said Ahsoka is Jedi. Ahsoka is Jedi. Episode 2 features a young Count Dooku and a young Qui-Gon Jinn. They land on Arrakis Prime to do their investigation of a missing senator's son. They arrive on the planet. They go to the town. The town is very barren. There's like nothing going on. No food. It's basically a disaster. So they find out. They go to this local town. They tell them Dooku's straightforward. He just basically tells I'm straightforward. And the one goes Jedi, and Qui-Gon's, Qui-Gon, you know how he is, and he tells him we're looking for the senator's son. And turns out we know the kidnapping. It turns out the whole village was kidnapped because the senator has neglected his people, let things get bad, not taking care of them, and they take them. So they have the villagers take Qui-Gon and Count where they hold my son, and they see this big droid, which is very impressive for this big droid. So, but unannounced to them, the senator arrived with his forces, and you can tell he's snobby, he's rich, he doesn't give a crap about any of his people. But you can tell even the senator's sons can't believe that he neglected his own people. So Dooku and Qui-Gon approach him and basically tell him they're still investigating, but unannounced to the Senate that he didn't know the Jedi were there. So he tells them move and give him my son back, or and that's when Dooku is like, no, we're not doing this. So that's when they shot the village man stand. Dooku and Qui-Gon stand with the villagers. After the littlest battle, they had him basically. Paul Senator said, I will burn this whole thing down. That's when you see Dooku tap into the dark side. He grips him, and they start another fight. Then he, like, Qui-Gon's like master. He just pushing. He just goes full, like, dark side. It was about to kill him, but he gets stopped by the senator's son. And Qui-Gon say, it's over, master. We can move on. Where you did our thing. But the senator's son's basically going to told the villagers, I'm going to help you. You guys make sure this doesn't happen again. Basically help, because how couldn't you basically his dad is rich, snobby, don't give a crap. He's living off the high life and Coruscant where this whole people are suffering, they're not getting by, they're being, they're being, not cared. So he makes sure it's not gonna happen because quiet because the kid even counting knows too. He doesn't like it at all. He's for the people. He wants free, peaceful. He wants peace for everybody. He wants peace for like that. So in episode 3, we see Count and Mace Windu together on a mission. They go investigate one of their own, the Jedi Council, High Council that was who was killed and supposed to be like an ambush. They talked to the senator. They asked the senator and his guards where this happened. We basically, this is Count 3. We want to know what happened. We want to do our investigation how this happened. So they took them where they were, and it turns out the senator was behind it and the guards because they believe that the senator believed that the Jedi don't care about, this stuff, blah, blah, blah. Basically, because they investigated, Dooku said this didn't came from this little, it came from the ship itself. It turns out it was the senator's guards, and then the senator behind everything because how the Jedi, so they activate the lights to defend themselves, and it turns out it was the senator himself and saying that the only Jedi are we, they follow Senate order, stuff like that, blah, blah, blah. So they thought they can do something. Basically send a message, kind of like that deal. You see Count still like upset, and he was also questioning like Mace Windu because he also got that seat in the be on the question. There you can see that they're like questioning each other. You could tell that there was that Count Dooku is more about the Force, everything, not attached to modern day politics, because he's been that like everybody else says the Jedi should not be doing orders for the rich and stuff like that. You can see that in the episode. You can see that he even questions Mace about him getting on the scene. Mace is like, I was shocked I was being nominated to the seat, but Duke is like, I doubt that. So he takes the seat anyway. So you find out that's how Mace gets the seat. In episode 4, it's called the Sith Lord. You see Cal going into the archives, the archives, and he uses his Jedi Master Cypher Diaz's code, and he erases the planet Camino. He's doing basically his part of hiding Camino, hiding everything, get ready for Clone Wars and stuff like that. So he gets leaves and he goes talks to Jocasta Nu, and he asks what's going on. She basically says your Padawan Qui-Gon has basically told him how to meet with the High Council that he encountered a Sith Lord. So he goes and looks for. Talks to his Padawan, who's now older Qui-Gon, episode 1 Qui-Gon, because he's walking with Yato, and because Qui-Gon, so he kind of told him about his report about the High Council, about they're not going to look into or wait and see what happens. So he basically, I knew this was going to happen. I warned them about the coming darkness. So he wished Qui-Gon well because it's him, and he said about Obi-Wan gives Qui-Gon gives some praise to Obi-Wan as well. So you see Qui-Gon leaving the elevator, and Master Yato asks him like everything's going all right. He said they grow up. Says like his things grow up so fast. Then we time jump where we see Count standing next to a tree where Yoda's dead during Clone Wars. Yato approaches him. She asks him like, "You okay?" And basically about Qui-Gon, this is when he finds that Qui-Gon is dead. Qui-Gon died because of Maul, and he's like remembering Qui-Gon, remembers Qui-Gon being in this tree and stuff. He has to move on. This is basically submit him. This is like the moment of turning point where you would go back where Anakin turned, where he looks across to see where Padme is at. This is what Dooku goes, and he goes to the works at Coruscant. That's when he meets with Dark Sidious, and he was being followed by Yaddle, and that's when he approaches you, say you're going too far. He's like, Darcy's like, what do you mean? He motioned her to Qui-Gon, and Sidious like, oh, I lost my apprentice too. Yeah, he said, I did everything you asked. The clones, Camino, all that. That's what Yaddle finds out. It's like she basically tries to convince, hey, whatever you did, I understand. I get it. Come on back. It shouldn't be as bad. Just take him out. But if you think about Yato and Dooku, I don't think it was enough to take down Sidious. So Sidious reminds him, no, don't do it. It's not do it. So just try to. They have the lightsaber fight. Yato's trying to turn Dooku, keep him on the light side, but however, Dooku's not buying. She tells him that I resigned from the council's chair and all that. You were right. They are basically they're not following the force. They're sticking close to politics. So Dooku gets the upper hand. He closes the door and but the crushes her. But however, she still survives by pushing. But however, she manages to get, but she's very weak, and Dooku kills her in cold blood. So he becomes Darcy's new apprentice. So it's pretty much submit him to the dark side, which is really cool. Episode 5, we see young Ahsoka training in a temple. They can rise late. These are training droid trainments and stuff like. She's very good. Used to see young Kane Joras, or aka Kane Dune, and with his master. They're impressed by that, and Aang's like, not really, but she had to do training modes, and and he just wanted to tell why. He said it's a lousy test. This all the job been done. I'll give you more challenging ones. So she agrees to it, and they go meet. So she has right to the area, the place of the training. He's trained with Rex and the boys, clone troopers. So they have them set for stun. You need to test is for to deflect the shots, and you gotta know which trooper is going to shoot the stun blast. So he keeps testing her, and he's going again and again and again. This is preparing her just in case like something else, like a storm clone trooper turning his back on and then you see her later jumps ahead during the Clone Wars. She's still training, preparing. Till then, we see her again older in season 7 of Clone Wars. You hope that training pays off. And that's where we see her and Rex go and basically surrender to the other clones, which is a really nice episode. Episode 6, we know what happened to Soda at the end of season 7. She basically goes into hiding and becomes basically works on a farm in this village, and however the brother and sister working there, he overfills the droid that has the hand stuff, and it basically breaks and it's gonna collapse on the sister. However, Ahsoka uses the Force to make sure that it doesn't kill her. It could have killed her. It saved her. So they go and eat. They have a break. They go and eat. She asks Ahsoka, but call her by her other name. It was supposed to be the original name for Ahsoka, but it wasn't. But I forget what it was. So she had them come on over and sit with them. They're eating like soup and stuff, and she finds out that she's a Jedi, and she told her encounter they're going to do this, go on the road, and it's going to be dangerous. However, the brother hears this. It's just, she tells him, you gotta keep it so you don't know. I did forget to mention that. However, she did go and see Padme's funeral. That was the beginning episode. You see her, and she gets encountered by Senator Organa, basically saying you're risking the why you're here. She's my friend and stuff. And he later on give this communicator. It says, if you need anything from me, you call me. You just basically, which says she avoided being detected by, because you had these patrol coming. It's saying about Senator usually to say he got lost and stuff. So picking up where I left off. because I went backwards. So I missed a part. So anyway, the brother finds out, he turns Ahsoka into the Empire. The Empire, they send an Inquisitor, the sixth brother. So when Ahsoka and the sister gets back, they see the whole village is torched. You see the dad and the brother are still alive. They're about to be killed. That's when Ahsoka says, "I am the Jedi." So basically saves the brother from being killed from the sixth brother, and she makes him look like a couple of dodges, grabs his saber, his noble saber, and kills him with it. So at the end of the episode, you see us. She calls for Bail to get them out of here because now they know the sixth brother's dead and they need to be out of there safely. So, which concludes the episode. They get him out of there, and it basically says, Bail's it's not good anymore. You ready to get back into the fights? And you see Ahsoka, she's basically saying, "Yeah, I'm getting ready get back into this." So that's when she becomes fulcrum and all that stuff, which is really good. Anyway, that's it. All the episodes. Hope you enjoyed me spoiling it. I give it a 9 out of 10. A solid. We'll go higher. We'll go 10 out of 10. This was great. You get to see Dooku fall. You get to see Ahsoka train. Ahsoka, what she did after season 7. So, and a little Ahsoka as well. So, and you could see, like, during episode 1, that you could see Dooku was still Jedi during episode 1 till the end of it. So, if you enjoyed my review, please like. I really appreciate it. And please comment, tell me what you think of the series. And also, if you like my other content, please subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. I thank all my subscribers for subscribing, liking, commenting, sharing, and viewing. Without you, I won't be doing these. So, thank you, everybody. I hope you have a safe and wonderful Thursday, and I will see you next time. Take care, stay safe, stay humble, and be a blessing.